Hi there, Christian Rivera here, and today I'm going to share with you 6 tips on how to write a successful blog post. Alright, so here we are. In this video and in this article where this video is going to be included, I'm going to be sharing with you 6 tips on how to write a successful blog post. And as you can see here on my whiteboard, I already have them written out, and let's start with it. So we have number 1 is stop perfecting and just write, right? So basically, we just like to come up with the perfect blog and all that stuff, and in the process, we waste a lot of time trying to come up with the perfect content, right? So what you want to do is you just get in there, let your fingers flow, and start writing, right? So number 2, and actually number 1 ties into number 2. Stop editing as you type. As I mentioned in number 1, we're talking about stop perfecting it. So as you're writing your blog, stop trying to edit as you're writing your blog, because what you're doing is you're wasting time, right? What you want to do is get your content on paper, and you want to go ahead and post it, right? You want to get it out there so people can start reading your content, right? Now, if you want to go ahead and edit it after you've posted or published your blog, then you can do that. But make sure that you get it out there, because if you start wasting too much time editing your post, then you're not going to get anywhere. It's never going to be perfect, right? So just go ahead, stop editing, and go ahead and write it. All right, so let's move on to number 3. Use numbered posts, right? This is a great example right here of using numbered posts, right? Why do you want to use numbered posts? Because you start building an outline of what you want to write about, right? So what happens is people also like numbered posts because they're easier to read. People sometimes when they go to a blog post, they see a bunch of paragraphs and a lot of words in there. They're like, I don't want to read that, regardless if the topic is interesting or not. As soon as they see it, they're like, I don't know if I have time to read that. So, just make sure that you use numbered post or, a bullet format, stuff like that, so it makes it easier and more pleasing to the eyes for people to read, right? So, number 4, share your personal opinion, right? Sometimes, depending on what the topic it is that you're writing about, we like to know, what other people are thinking about it, just to kind of, and it's not something that we do on purpose. Sometimes it's just to make sure that our blog is successful, right? But the advantage of you sharing your own opinion is not only are you being truthful with your audience, you're being truthful to yourself, right? Because you're sharing who you are, and that's going to be more attracting to your audience than you trying to be liked by everybody. Remember, you're not going to be liked by everybody. No, not everybody's going to read your blog, so make sure that you're honest with yourself and with your readers, and you'll see that you'll attract more people to your blog by doing so. Number 5, go read, then write. What I mean by that is that, let's say you got a topic that you want to write about, but you want to make sure that you're not just talking out of the air, that you're pulling ideas out of the air that really don't make sense with the topic that you're writing. You want to make sure that you provide valuable and truthful content to your readers, right? You don't want to just make up something and then it turns out that what you wrote is completely false, and then your readers catch you on it. You start losing your audience, right? So what you want to do is get educated on what you're going to write about. So, go read about it, and then you write about it. Tip number 6, last but not least, keep it between 500 and 7 words. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes you'll get readers that come to different blog sites, and when they see a bunch of paragraphs and a lot of words in there, they're like, I don't know if I want to read that, And like I said, you may have some very important information in there, but if it seems like a lot and it's too cluttered, then your readers are going to be like, I don't have time to read that. That's too much information. And then they'll just click on, right? Remember, nowadays, people on the internet have a short attention span. I think it's like 6 to 8 seconds. If you don't grab their attention in the first 6 to 8 seconds, then your readers are gone. So you want to make sure that you capture them as soon as they get to your blog post, right? And one of the ways to do that is to format it so it doesn't look like it's a lot of information. It could be like short sentences, bulleted format, or numbered posts, right? So again, recapping, 6 tips how to write a successful blog post. Stop perfecting and just write. Stop editing as you type. Use numbered posts. Share your personal opinion, go read about the topic, then write about it, and then keep it between 500 and 7 words. So I hope that this information has been valuable to you. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, make sure that you click the link that's included below, right there, below the blog post, below the video on YouTube, so you can read the article and get all this information, take notes, apply it, take action immediately, and start sharing your content, which I'm sure it's valuable. Share it with your audience, and I'll see you on the inside.